When does holding somebody accountable cross the line into desperate obsession for clout? In Chris Kunzler's latest video, he claims that Ethan Klein is terrified of him, but the arguments presented feel less like a critique and more like a time machine back to 2016. Let's take a look at his major points from his 1 hour long rant about Ethan Klein. Looking at the accusations of racism and bigotry, Chris heavily focuses on Ethan's past use of the N-word and infamous charcoal face mask incident. To be fair, these are valid criticisms of the edgy YouTube creator that Ethan used to be. However, framing these as current revelations ignores the fact that Ethan apologized and disavowed this behavior for years. Regarding the charcoal face mask, Chris frames this as intentional blackface, ignoring that it's an actual skincare product, even if the accompanying jokes were poor in taste. Pretending that a creator can't grow or change over the decade is intellectually dishonest. Next, we have to talk about the accusations regarding Palestine and Israel. Chris claims that Ethan posting about the crisis in Sudan is solely a tactic to distract from the situation in Gaza. This is a logical fallacy that suggests that you can only care about one tragedy at a time. Raising awareness for the famine in Sudan does not negate sympathy for Gaza, and framing it that way is incredibly cynical. Next, the attacks to Ethan Klein lack necessary nuance. Chris points to her mandatory military service and old Facebook posts to paint her as a war criminal. This ignores the reality of mandatory conscription in Israel and strips away the complexity of unlearning state propaganda. Furthermore, the gotcha moment about Ela praising women bombing Iran are often stripped of context regarding who those targets actually were. Finally, there's a guilt by association tactic used by Chris. A large portion of Chris' arguments rests on Ethan's proximity to Lonerbox and Nikocado. Trying to indict Ethan based on people Lonerbox has spoken to is 6 degrees of separation. It's not valid criticism. If talking to somebody makes you responsible for their entire network, no creator is safe. Ethan Klein is certainly not immune to criticism, and he definitely isn't perfect. But Chris's video relies on bad faith interpretations and old history to paint a picture that simply does not match the current reality. Let me know in the comments, do you think digging up 10-year-old clips is valid criticism? Anyways, if you liked the video, give it a like. If you like videos like these, consider following. I've got more to say about Chris in the next one, so stay tuned. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.